Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Warped, a completely unnecessary Star Trek podcast, where we do unasked-for audio commentary of Star Trek episodes. Here are your hosts, Sean.
Get me to my regular doctor. They're familiar with my weird, things.
Matt.
It's completely bonkers, and I didn't understand what was happening like 80% of the time, but I loved it.
Jake.
His abs unfurled.
Philippe.
I don't have honor! What's the point? I want to live and sing and dance.
Erin.
This show is so good, we're just like watching it.
Min Win.
Would you fuck, marry, or kill me?
All of
I
that.
would do all three. All three in that order.
Anne May.
Dear Diary, I kissed an android today, and he told me he felt nothing.
Make it so.
We are here watching Star Trek, and we've got Jake and May back to after a 2-week layoff.
I think you should keep all of that stuff from just then.
Every once in a while, I'm going to start doing that, just keeping the actual intro in.
Yeah, just play it afterwards. Who cares?
Like the rest of the tech industry, we were temporarily affected by layoffs.
Yeah, right.
From the show.
Yeah.
They were quiet layoffs.
We cut 10% of our...
Then we brought him back.
But we were quiet quitting before that, so it's only fair.
Today, we are watching Season 5, Episode 15, Power Play.
I'm really glad that cat just moved, because now I can fit on
Both
the
cheeks.
chair.
I wonder if it's about a video game.
I hope it's about hockey.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know how much time I've got on the clock.
Oh, well, I haven't started it yet.
Well, let's get it going here, bud.
Have it. So, Sean, did you watch
I
this?
did. I watched it. You did not?
I did not.
Well,
But I remember
you've
it.
seen
I
these
remember
episodes
it.
1,000 times before.
Yes.
I think a record number of us have seen this episode.
It might be. That's kind of what I was trying to figure out. Like, it might be the most ever.
I watched it too.
You watched it?
I watched it
man.
as well.
Aaron, you watched it?
No.
No. She's going to have amazing insight into the episode.
So it's 5. That could be a
Both
record.
of you watched it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Aaron watched
It could be a record.
That's a lot. That's back. Those are like early episode type numbers.
We haven't seen numbers like that in some time.
That's like season 1, episode 5 of original series number there.
Okay, it's 45 minutes and 29 seconds on the clock.
Punch it.
3, 2, 1, punch. There she is.
Oh, it's a moon and a moon.
Yeah, it's a move. It's a class
Captain's
N.
log.
Yeah.
Yep.
Class
Mabu
N.
6.
He doesn't say it like that.
He does kind of. Mabu. It's kind of like Nabu.
It's his boo. It's my boo.
Mabu.
I like how they're starting to feather Frakes' hair these days.
Oh, yeah?
Well, look at it. It's got
I
like
didn't
this. It's got this little. It's the like part is disconnected. See?
Oh, yeah. He's got a weird forelock thing happening. this week.
And he was doing it in the last episode too.
Oh, was he?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Deanna was like kept stroking it.
Oh, yeah. It was from when he, like, she kept, like, like Superman. She kept, like, doing, the curl in his hair.
Yep.
So I finally watched an episode, and I have to say this one makes zero sense to me.
Okay.
This makes this one, they just skirt all like sort of the internal logic of of a lot of the pseudoscience they've set up, and I don't know. It's a weird one for me.
It's got an Ensign Rowe though. She's
Does it?
back.
Yep, it does have Ensign Rowe.
What about it doesn't make sense to you?
I mean, I don't know why it bothers me that the main.
It's an Energized Cloud.
It is an
episode.
Energized Cloud, but it's
They've
like,
done tons of episodes. They've done this. They did this exact same episode in original series.
I feel like it's like
Where 3 aliens,
I think what bothers me is that
alien spirits take over 3 of the crew members.
I just think it bothers me that they can take over Data a lot.
Okay.
It doesn't make any
that's
sense.
a good point.
It doesn't make any sense to me. And without data, like their whole plan doesn't work at all. So it's just like it seems very.
I already told you guys that they're feeding possums to with GPS collars to snakes,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
There's no new possum news
Right.
this
Oh,
week.
no.
That
All the
article
possums are inside snakes now.
That article is only from 3 days ago, but I know we talked about it last
Yeah,
time.
we did.
I think it's making the rounds.
It must have gotten republished or something.
Well,
Boy, that's a real shitty thing to do to the snakes, I gotta say. And the possums.
awesome.
I told you about Sand Mountain, the weather forecasting possum. Yeah.
Yeah.
That.
We got all the possum news.
No new possum news this week. I'm disappointed. Sorry, Sean. Go ahead.
We're watching season 5, episode 15, Power Play. Original air date February 22nd,
I can hear it a little bit. I don't know if that matters.
1992.
I'll turn it down.
A long-lost ship is found on a planet where cosmic storms prevented detection for 200 years. When a surface landing goes wrong, the away team is beamed back with a few extra surprises. Aaron, you watched the episode. Do you
No.
agree with... Oh, you didn't watch the episode. Do you agree with Philippe, and what do you think the IMDb rating is?
Ooh, I think it's going to be in the mid-range somewhere. It's interesting because they get to play different characters and they get to be little bitches.
Yeah, it's true.
Forward.
Be real creepy with the guy's wife.
Yeah, they get to be jerky to a baby.
They do get to be jerky to a
This
baby.
happens to be your sweet spot for
Silence. Silence that thing.
I know you,
So
baby.
I'm gonna pull a May and say 7.
All right, May.
Ditto. 7.
7.
We'll
Boy.
split the winnings, May.
I am
We
real
went
tempted to say 7. Deanna's hair is real big.
It is.
Oh, she has a jacket on. Or does she?
No,
She's got some kind of
Has
a...
she ever had a jacket
She's
on
got
her
some... No,
whole
they're
life?
seatbelts.
She's got
They're wearing
seatbelts on.
seatbelts, Jake. I thought of you when I was watching this. I'm like, hey.
See, I thought that seatbelt was her
I
hair. all the
love
way
this
down
scene.
the
It
front.
looks like they're in some kind of like VR palette.
They look like they're
they're
in
in
a
Star
washing
Tours.
Yeah, it's like-
They're on-
And wait for the camera roll at the end of this.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
It's so dumb.
Yeah. And then the explosion off to the side, I think it's like probably when the... But
Yeah.
at the same time, it's a little bit adventurous for them to do it.
I'm going to say 7-1.
I'm going to say 6-8. 6-5. No, I'm going to say 6. I'm going to do what my heart says. 6-5.
Yeah. 6-3.
7-3.
Dang.
So
I won.
Matt wins.
Nice.
Oh, look at that.
Ah! And then there's like an explosion from some other
Sparks.
Come on. You guys are...
No, I loved that.
No, I'm
not
tired of these
complaining.
two brothers here.
No, it
terrific.
looked dumb to me in the
Cut
moment,
that.
and I
There's no
stand
word.
by it.
I loved it.
That was like.
I love that they just took the camera and went all the way around.
It's like the camera is rolling in the scene, not the shuttle.
Yeah.
So,
That's like something the old show would have done.
Yeah.
It was charming.
Like Batman 66 style wipes.
Now they're down on the
I mean,
the usual soundstage.
the fact that like they're taking a basically looks like a Winnebago into like it doesn't have a great aerodynamics. You wouldn't expect it to be like the best thing for like
Yeah, it's like a space
it's pretty
nugget.
boxy.
it's basically
for
yeah.
re-entry
It's-
is what you're talking about.
It's like
But
yeah.
you told me that
They have shields and
aerodynamics aren't
shit. Like they don't matter.
In space.
Yeah, in
Oh,
space. Once you get past the...
Once you get into an atmosphere, where there's-
They've got shields and shit for all of that. It doesn't matter.
I know, but like it just makes no sense when it's like all buffeted and stuff. It's like either you got your technology together and you can deal with that shit, or get a good shape. I don't know.
They just got a really good refrigerator box that week, and they were like, "Let's make it work."
oh yeah, they use the micro shuttle. They don't
Yeah, I don't
use-
like it when you watch the episodes, Philippe.
I
You
get,
get,
I'll-
you get angry.
I get all sorts of critical stuff.
He wasn't like this earlier. when we were watching it.
That's not true.
He saved his rage.
I saved my
for
rage
now.
for the show. That's what I was initially signed to do. I also made a crack that this looked like some low rent Dagobah here.
It's
And I stick
the usual planet set of the show.
Yeah,
But they called it something. I forget what they called
the
it.
planet.
No, the crew had like a nickname for that set.
Mabu 6.
Good old Mabu 6.
Who named that? Not the there's
Miles Miles gets possessed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. We get
big
Miles
ears.
and Keiko in this episode.
We get Miles and Keiko so he can.
And little baby Molly. Which every time I see baby Molly, it makes me sad.
Miles,
Because she's going to have a rough life.
Deanna, and Data? Is that who gets
baby
possessed?
in real life or the baby on the show?
The character on the
It
show.
does not make sense that they can possess Data,
No,
right?
it makes zero sense.
Well, why? Why does that not make sense?
I don't know.
Because
They're thousands of year old aliens. Like, what do you know? How are they able to possess anybody?
Then why wouldn't they possess like a computer or anything else? Like, what does it makes Data something they can possess? It's like it's a whole different sort of
Yeah, they should pick somebody else.
It doesn't make sense that they would be able to take him and then take over his personality.
But it makes sense that they can take over the humanoids.
Well, that seems like something that you could evolve one
I
way.
would counter argue that Data's the easiest one to overtake.
Well, then it should be one or the other.
Because it's like a computer virus. Yes, it should be one or the other.
Yeah. It's like you're a computer virus or you're a
Well,
biological.
it's because they're all special in their own little ways. Like Data is Data, Deanna is a Betazoid, and Colma Meaney is Irish.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we know how much Gene Roddenberry hates the Irish.
One of everything.
I like the scene where they float around and then they're
I like how it
Skip
rejects.
Riker.
Yeah.
I know.
And then
He wakes up. It's
the
like, can't
Riker,
get
the
to
one
him.
who goes into Riker is like, nah.
Well, no, because he starts to wake up.
No, it's because he got his arm hurt.
Because
you
he's
find
not
out
special
later.
like the other one.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't need another white guy.
This man is too sexy to possess.
No, the guy's like, I don't want to get off this planet that badly.
It was like enough people have been inside this guy.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's been the other way around for too long.
Yeah.
Like
we were
her-
impressed that her makeup was still keeping
On
tight.
point.
On
Yeah.
point.
Well, they did it while she was unconscious.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a real close up there.
Yeah.
Ah!
I read something about. Hold on. I mean, don't hold on. Keep talking while I look.
No,
this
it's
up.
too late. We're on hold.
Yeah. I'm not going to say anything until you talk again.
Oh, but she has lost a lot of volume, though.
In her hair.
I was
Right.
reading the Memory Alpha article about this episode, and I think they said that like her makeup kept getting screwed up while they were down on the planet because of the wind machine was blowing like the sand in her face.
Oh, God.
And so they kept having to stop and like redo
It looked
her makeup.
fresh.
I like it. The Starfleet makeup is like, it's got to be weather resistant.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
Ready
sure.
to go.
Got to be weather
Yeah,
resistant.
I like that they just got back from that, got electrical shocked, and they're like, "Let's go do debris."
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
They're ready to go.
Beverly's like, she's fine.
She's fine.
I read in the IMDb trivia they're talking about that Brent Spiner liked this because
You got to be somebody
in just like how Nimoy loved the episodes where he got to do other stuff.
Sure.
He thought of it the same way. It was fun.
There
for
is
him.
nothing Brent Spiner likes more than chewing scenery. And,
Yeah.
he gets to
do it.
Go to town in this one.
Yeah.
I am an actor under here.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny how they're like, now we're going to use slightly different tones of our voices
Yeah.
when we're evil versions of
I know, and like there's like a thing where they do the turbo lift where Data's voice is like kind of does some glitching and like I don't know. Then they never bring it up again. Never happens again.
Yeah.
Just doesn't make any sense. You can take over a computer and like a person to me.
Here's the quote.
Yeah.
So that set, Paramount Stage 16 is called. They called it Planet Hell, and that was the set that they used anytime they went to a planet. And so he's talking about how the wind. Okay, Marina's makeup became so messed up from like this sand blowing around that she had to have a complete redo before we could continue shooting that day. Not through any fault of hers, just the fact that she wasn't presentable on screen because the sand had sandblasted her, and she looked like a house after the guys come through with their hoses.
Wow.
Damn.
That's
kind of a harsh.
That's a harsh.
Sandblasted.
Wow.
Sounds kind of
Sounds unpleasant.
painful,
Yeah, no kidding. Oh, she also broke her coccyx in this
Oh,
episode.
no.
Yeah, I saw that.
What?
Yeah.
There's a scene where they get blown backward.
No, the one where they get right there on
Just
the planet.
now from the beginning.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, like
Doing
right
that
there.
stunt.
Look at
He broke his coccyx too.
Right.
But she was the only actress who did it. All the other
They didn't use a stunt with her.
She was the only one who didn't use a stunt double.
It takes a while for the coccyx to heal, man.
Yeah. I should.
It's a funny little bone.
That's a funny little bone.
How did they find out that? How did they figure it out?
Well, because they
Data attacked.
yeah, they sort of yeah.
He does one. He does.
That's
That's
the two-handed
the Kirk
move.
man.
I know, he does
you
the
can't
Kirk.
you can't beat the Kirk move.
It's an automatic.
That's-
D20.
that's,
it's
you
an
know.
automatic.
It's a nat 20.
If done right, no can defend.
Just-
I like that it's coming up.
that's class 1 in Starfleet, battle techniques. You learn the Kirk two-hander.
Oh my god, there's so many throwbacks in this one.
Who directed this one? I mean, feels like
David Livingston, who was one of the regular, he was one of their regular directors.
He did like this fisheye lens for the turboleft camera. It's very interesting.
Paul Rubin, not the Paul
Not
Rubin,
Pee-wee?
not Pee-wee, is one of the story by
Just
guys.
one Reuben, not two Reubens.
Yeah, Riker. Well, he's disheveled now because he just got into it.
This
guy's
guy.
pants.
That guy.
That guy was just a regular
That guy
90s
works.
guy.
That guy just works at Paramount.
Yeah,
He was
I know.
walking, happened to be walking by.
He's some exec's nephew.
He was like, "Oh shit, I'm in the shot."
Jealous of his pants.
He's a Gutenberg, guys. I don't know.
So apparently, the computer cannot find you if you're not
You don't
wearing
have your-
your thing.
yeah.
Don't they look naked without it?
They
look weird.
do. It looks weird.
They look
Doesn't it?
evil.
Look at this like hand cam.
Deanna Marina Sirtis must be left-handed. She's carrying her phaser in her left.
That one's
Yeah, she rarely phases.
She doesn't have much opportunity to phaser anybody on this show normally.
so if the
He
spirit-
loves that's Brent Spiner loves making that face.
Yeah.
I'm angry.
Yeah.
Angry. I'm violent.
Look at that. Look how he's like so cocky. Oh.
Yeah, you do just have to accept the premise. Like,
Yeah, like
they know Data. They know Data is
oh, poor Molly.
like they know that Data can do these things.
I know,
somehow.
but it just feels like it feels a little bit more forced than like the usual. I guess because maybe now I'm just being more critical, but I'm just like it doesn't make sense that they can like literally take over Data and control his personality. I don't know.
They're ghosts.
Because he has like access to Data's like abilities. No.
Yeah, he like knew that he could break that thing.
yeah, but they have access to. He has access to Colmini's.
It seems one thing to be able to like
abilities,
deal with a biological consciousness, but a positonic brain does not seem like something that like a random space alien group
would be compatible with,
Yeah.
right?
You
I'm
know,
sorry. Are you guys not watching Deanna just phaser the
Yeah.
shit?
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah,
No
The episode's
mercy.
hilarious.
I
She's
know.
into it.
Ooh, they're strong.
That's how she really broke
Yeah,
her.
and they don't get
coccyx.
affected by phaser fire for
Space
some reason.
Possessor aliens don't get stunned.
It doesn't make any sense, but whatever. Because like they should just be the people, but
Right. They're still human bodies,
Yeah,
right? Normal
exactly.
human bodies.
This just all goes back to your sci-fi shouldn't be fun opinion on
I
this
like
shit.
that. She's like, he can hear you.
If sci-fi is not slow and talky, I don't like it. Philippe.
I'm gonna do my weird
agree with
possessed alien accent now.
it can be fun, but it's got to make some internal sense. I feel like this one just breaks it for like the convenience of having this plot again.
What's like episode 15 in a 26 episode season?
Yeah.
So they're just like, ghosts.
Yeah.
Good enough.
Ghosts. They're
Yeah, why
possessed by
not?
ghosts.
Energized cloud, baby. It's a tried and true formula.
The thing is, I actually kind of like the underlying premise that it's really just like a fancy jailbreak. But
If you know that your hands are going to be prominently featured, do you like get a manicure like beforehand? Do you think so that your nails and everything look nice?
or did you call in the hand model?
Like if you know you're going to be doing transporter stuff and you're going to be like bloopity bloopity bloop, you want your hands to
Be
look
nice.
good.
I'm sure they probably do it, right?
Yeah.
That's probably part of your makeup.
I think the hair and makeup people will give
Oh, yeah.
your nails a trim.
those
if you need
cuticles
one.
are gonna get cutied.
They are going to
Make sure that they're clean at least. You don't like dirt under your nails or anything like
right,
that.
unless that's like a character choice.
Right,
You're
right.
like,
Yeah.
No,
I'm
leave it.
I'm gritty.
My favorite part about this is like Data is like controlling the situation from the cash register behind the bar.
There's terminals or computers all over the ship.
Yeah, there's so many
but the one
terminals.
behind the bar is the one that's now.
It also
controlled.
takes
That's just where they are.
But it also has a button for adding,
There's so many terminals. There was that one episode where the kid just like accidentally fell on one. He was like, "Oh no, I blew
everybody up."
Yeah, and he did. I wish that was the final outcome of that one.
It doesn't bother me that they're using 10 forward as their base.
Yeah.
You're bothered by that?
No, I'm bothered that it's. I'm not bothered. I'm actually amused by the fact that
Clearly Guinan has full access from her computer, right?
I mean, why?
And they're just using
why
Guinan's
is there
computer.
a bridge? Why doesn't anybody just do remote work from their own home and be like, "Yo, I forget which one of you guys does the drive-in from your home, but can you drive to that planet over there?" It's like, why do we have to be in one spot? It's like, what is the special purpose of the bridge other than what all the capitalists want, which is us to return to one office?
So much passion.
You are a real pill today. I gotta say.
All right, new rule. Philippe is not allowed to watch the episodes beforehand.
I'm not saying one thing or other about it, but I just feels like it's weird that you can do your...
Because it fucking looks cool. That's why. It looks fucking great when they're all on the bridge together.
I feel like Data's ready to take a drink order and then steal the ship at the same time.
He's like, "Come at me, bro. Come at me." Come
Yeah,
at
they're
me,
like,
bro."
we're gonna brawl.
Yep.
I like it because you can tell they're having fun doing
I like
it.
that Deanna is like she's in charge, right? She's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the
yeah.
main one.
Yeah. He's so enjoying. I'm evil knight now.
No, that's
I'm a
and Deanna too gets to be all badass
Yeah.
and evil.
Yeah.
Like they get to play different characters.
Yeah, it's interesting.
She
'cause
she two-handed.
Philippe just hates
Picard
Joey.
already.
I do not.
He hates Joy
hates
and
Joy.
everything around it.
Well, 1 or 2 episodes ago, she was all guilty about having an affair with the guy on the planet.
Yeah,
she was
she
feeling
was.
all.
Yeah.
So now she gets to just like
It's fun
not
to see
care.
her just be
Yeah.
You probably love the next episode, which is just an hour-long screed on assisted suicide. You're like,
Hey.
this is my kind of sci-fi right
Save
here.
that shit for next week.
Dour and
Sour pussy?
yep.
Nah. I like this episode, except I think that there's a bridge too far for me, and when you cross that bridge, there better be a good payoff.
When you cross that
And if
bridge-
you're crossing that bridge, all 7 characters better be there.
You better have an explanation for why the bridge exists.
Yeah, exactly.
It's true. At this point, they all should just be working remotely.
Yeah.
If you can't explain to me why this bridge is here, I will not cross it.
I'm just saying the bridge
Hey,
is the
this
bridge
is
too
kind
far.
of the plot of Star Trek V, right? They need the ship to take them someplace off because they can't get off the planet by themselves.
Yes.
That's the plot of Star Trek V, right?
Yep.
That's what God wants. What does God need within a starship?
Yeah.
These
You need some wheels, baby.
Spoiler.
Yeah.
They are not ghosts.
who thinks they're ghosts?
Well, that's what they're claiming to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're saying
I mean,
they're
they're
like-
kind of like ghosts.
They're like spirits of like the dead. There's a ship that was supposedly crashed on this moon.
200 years ago.
Yeah, Aaron, why don't you tell me what's going on in
Oh,
this
shit.
episode since you watched it? What? Give me the premise. Like, why are they? What do the aliens want?
Speak of the joy.
Well, they get some transmissions and they don't know what it is.
Yeah.
And then Troy is like, I sense that there's something here on this
Sure.
Moon 6.
But what do they want? The ghosts.
They claim that they want to be able to collect their remains. They got separated somehow from the rest of their their spirits now. That their bones are in the South Pole and they need to go and pick them up and have a proper
Burial.
yeah.
There you'll find a little
but
bit of
these two over
captain
here are
over
like, I don't think
here,
that's
a little
what's-
bit of first
they're
officer
suspicious.
over there. Mabo number 6.
Yeah.
So they're trying to present themselves as not that
As
evil.
former
Yes,
generals,
correct.
like
That they're-
former service
They're
people.
Starfleet
Former
people.
Starfleet.
Yeah. But I don't know if it's happened yet, but both Riker and Picard are like, this doesn't seem right. They aren't acting the way
They're not
that
acting very
former
Starfleety.
Yeah, they're awfully terrorist.
They're awfully
about the way
mean
they're doing.
for the
They're like,
standard
we'll kill
Starfleet.
everybody unless you do what we say. Like,
Because in real Starfleet, they would just be like, "Hey, can you help us? We're nice ghosts."
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and then Picard would be like,
We're so sorry
"Of course
we
I will."
possessed you.
you could reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? They wouldn't have to take hostages and shit. They could just ask Jean-Luc to help them.
So
and
they're
he
like,
would.
why do they want to take us to this weird south
Right.
pole of Bamu 6?
So these guys are lying liars.
Mm-hmm.
What's the original series one that's like this?
Isn't there that one where they're like inside the balls?
If you say so.
They're like lighted balls that take over Kirk and Spock, and then some random lady that happens to be on the ship for some no good reason.
2 reals and a fake.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I'm sure you're right, but I just don't remember it. Who are the 3 who get possessed again?
Kirk, Spock, and some
random girl.
some random woman.
Boy, I don't remember that one at all. What's it called? Is it The Lights of Zetar?
No, I don't remember what it's called.
That's a real episode, by the
Oh,
way.
shit.
I didn't make that up.
All right. I
Was
was
he
like,
just about to
damn.
shoot the baby?
Yeah.
Damn.
Thinking about it.
Yeah. He's kind of channeling
like,
some.
way-
He's getting some.
All right, now,
Yeah.
and we've
See-
always talked about the engineers and their women problem.
So they don't have their own memories, but they're starting to.
They kind of
They kind of
still
access
inhabit
to their
yeah.
memories.
They kind of know. They're like, he's like, I know you.
He's like, you love me.
Yeah.
No, he's like, we famously hate each other.
Yeah.
Here's
This is just like
Chief O'Brien gets real
This is like-
rapey though with Keiko in this episode eventually.
yeah, I bet that's just their vibe in real life.
No,
Like,
you think that's how they're normal?
All right. What did you guys all want?
I bet this is a random.
And,
Their sex play is like their role playing is like you pretend you're possessed by an evil alien, and I'll pretend like I love you.
Yeah.
Let's see how that goes.
yeah, I like that.
Oh, now she's saying we're Starfleet.
Yeah, I'm the captain of that
And
ship that went
commercial.
down.
It has a name. It's called the Daedalus.
No, it's Essex.
Oh,
The
never mind.
Daedalus class.
Oh, you're right. I was. So
Thank you
wrong.
very much.
Oh my god.
That was wrong.
You knew that, right, Aaron?
Sure.
Yeah.
Even though you didn't watch the episode.
Yeah. She's been pronouncing it E-sex, so
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't know what was going on.
Mabu 6.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mabu number 6.
Well, if they're not ghosts and they're gods, maybe they can take over Data.
Is this before or after?
I just they're gods,
Phantom
but they can
Menace?
take over
Way
data,
before,
but they're
right?
stuck
Way
in,
before.
They're
yeah.
stuck in a.
Because Mabu sounds like Nabu.
Yeah, no, yeah. There you go.
I've just got Star Wars on the brain lately. Sorry. This is a Star Trek podcast, but I've been thinking about Star Wars a lot these
You guys-
days. I've been playing the Lego Star Wars game.
Oh, which one?
The most recent one that's got all 9 movies in it.
Oh, okay.
Because
Where you
it's
at?
like cheapo on. It was cheapo on Amazon, so I bought it. Because it's a couple years old, I think, but it's super fun. I really like it.
It's I played through the first 2 episodes, I think, and I've played a lot of the Lego games.
I know they're all exactly the same.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time figuring out this one in terms of like where did the world start versus where the mission starts? Because
Oh,
I
yeah.
hate it when I get distracted by like a world mission.
Yeah, you're like,
that
oh,
I
I'm gonna
can't
go
actually
chase
do
this
yet
shiny
because I
thing.
don't have like
Right.
the skill.
Yes, correct.
I'm just like, just get back to the story so I
Yes.
can come back later and figure out what that thing was.
I have a hard time with that too. I spend a lot of time running around in between
Yeah,
levels when I really probably shouldn't because you can't do very much.
Yeah,
so.
exactly.
Oh, see, Daedalus class.
Yeah, I always go by class.
Anyway, it's a fun game. It's very charming. It's got all the great usual Lego silliness in it, and it's kind of surprisingly good as Star Wars too. Like it's kind of making me like Star Wars as I'm playing it. I'm like, oh yeah.
I don't remember watching the movies. Like I haven't seen them a million times. But I feel like there's like scenes in it where you're just like, oh, this is like a scene you wouldn't see in the movie, but probably happened like off camera type thing.
Yeah, there is a little bit. There are a few cut scenes where it's like that actually didn't happen in the movie. They're just they needed this to like connect these two things.
Yeah.
So,
but it's like in the sense that it's kind of like expanding on the story of like here, like the in between scenes that technically could have happened in the movies, but just you didn't see them.
Right. You know that conversation took place. Yeah. They just don't show it in the movie.
Right. Or they had to walk from that place to that place. They just didn't show it in the movie. And when they walked to that place, you could like shoot at sand stuff and stuff like that. Which is fun.
Getting all serious now. The way I like it.
Yeah, that's right. Like that serious sci-fi.
Yeah.
If everyone's not frowning,
right.
Philippe's not into
that
it.
Famously serious Star Wars saga.
Hey man, these guys are taking their espresso machine to the Jeffrey series. They're gonna get
caffeinated.
Yeah, it's gonna get dust in their coffee. Is what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Hey, Aaron.
Yeah.
So today, out in front of my place, for some reason, there were just a small pile of books,
nice.
on the side, just on the side of the road.
Somebody was just getting rid.
Yeah, I don't know because it's not. I mean, it wasn't. It was in front of my place, so it was like not like. I don't know.
Yeah,
there were
it
just.
wasn't your
but
pile.
the one on top of was Sally Field's autobiography.
Hell yes.
Oh.
And I was like, I bet Aaron would like that.
Yeah.
And I almost picked it up and brought it over here. But I was like, I don't want to pick up a book off the ground. That seems gross.
It might be or not. If it's there tonight and it's not gross, bring it next time.
But I'm like, I bet Sally Field's autobiography is good.
I want to read the
she's-
chapter when she's with.
She lived a life.
Burt Reynolds.
I want to hear all about fucking Burt Reynolds.
Yeah, me too.
I want to hear up.
Yeah.
And she seems like the kind of no filter person who would like put all the good stories in.
Was it written by her?
Yeah, it's yeah. I bet it's good.
Yeah.
Was it recent?
Just
It seems like a
inspect
fairly
it,
old
see
one.
If it's,
okay.
See if it's fit for. It's probably fine.
I think the episode you're thinking of, Sean, is season 2, episode 22 of the original series, Return to Tomorrow. The third random person that you're talking about getting possessed is Lieutenant Commander Anne Mulhall.
Oh, that's
played by Diana Muldaur.
Oh yeah,
That's the episode with
What's her face?
Dr.
Dr. Pulaski.
Pulaski.
Yeah.
Yes, Sargon.
Yeah,
Sargon
RPFF.
is the main possessing like influence in that one, and like the essences of this ancient like race are kept in them.
I feel like I wasn't here for that episode because I don't remember it. I mean, I remember it, but I
That
don't
might have been
remember
when you weren't coming.
it. Maybe.
They possess their bodies
Maybe.
and they want to try to get them to build android bodies.
Because I know I saw the second one where she's blonde, where she's the
blind interpreter.
Wow. I don't remember any of this.
Yeah, but
Where
that's
she-
normal for
She
me.
talks to the lights.
She talks to the lights. Maybe that might be the lights of Zetar. Now that I think about it, Sally Field's book is called "In
The Lights of Zetar.
It's called "The Lights of Zetar." It's called "In Pieces,"
Hell yeah.
and it's
When
from
was it written?
2018.
Oh, it's not that
old.
old. Boy, that book looked like it was a lot older
Well,
than
it was
that.
a picture. It was a picture.
No,
of
but even the
young
book
her.
just looked old. I don't know.
Well,
Just
Well, that's
looking
because
at
it's been outside.
it.
Might have been from someone's garage. It probably was like in someone else's front yard and then got drug over to your front yard. That's the kind of book I need to read.
Oh.
It sounds like it's good.
And once again, an engineer has problem with women.
Sally Field bears all in new memoir.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, she does.
On a bearskin rug like Burt Reynolds.
Yeah.
Did Sally Field ever do a nude scene, do you think? Have you ever seen, anybody ever remember seeing Sally Field's boobs?
No.
Can't say that.
She seems like the kind of
Never too
person
late.
who would have, though.
Is
You
she
know,
80 for
at
Brady?
some
Never
point in
too
the
late.
70s.
My family went and saw 80 for Brady
Jeez.
last
How'd it
week.
go? Was it fun?
They said it was terrible.
Yeah.
Even Catherine said it was bad. I'm not surprised the boys didn't like. Actually, Wyatt kind of liked it just because he likes sports. So
Yeah.
anything having to do with sports, he's into it.
Wow.
It
It's
wasn't
something
fun
to do.
camp.
Well, this isn't really the time for good movies to come out.
But
You just want it to be good because it's got all those great like
Right.
people in it.
They're good.
They deserve.
sure they had
probably
fun
deserved
doing
a better
it.
script than.
I'm
what they
sure
got.
the script was terrible.
I liked Book Club. I like movies where a bunch of old ladies are doing stuff.
Right?
Yeah. There's another one where they go on a holiday, right? That's coming up.
81 for Brady.
Yeah.
No, that's the Book Club sequel, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They go to like Italy or something.
They're going on they're going on vacation.
Yeah.
There's one called Pom Poms, where it's like
Oh
old
yeah, they're
ladies who
like they
try to be
become cheerleaders or something.
cheerleaders.
I did that
Yeah.
one. I haven't seen. They all have some combination of Diane Keaton,
Yeah.
Jane
Yeah.
Fonda,
It's great.
Mary Steenburgen.
Yeah.
I like that they throw her
You
in.
just
when
mix
she's-
and match.
She's like younger than the rest of them, but they throw her in.
She's the Tommy Lee Jones in Space Cowboys.
All right, she's like, you're slightly too young to actually be in this, but they are not being very nice for Starfleet
No,
people.
they're not.
Which is why Picard's
That's why
suspicious.
Picard
when
is
they
sus.
say-
I would be sus as well.
Like, this doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Man, he was gonna
It's just getting handsy as hell.
grab
Yeah.
her before like she even passed that stunt baby.
Here, I'll show you the picture of her on the cover of the book.
Oh, they're in the circle.
They're in the
Do it
circle.
now.
No, no.
Do it now.
Come on, make them a
Punch the
latte.
triangle.
No, they don't want oat milk.
Yeah, it's taking them forever to push that
Man.
button.
Push the damn button.
It's like us.
see that?
We're waiting
Oh,
to
that's a
push the
nice
button.
picture.
Push the button.
Oh no!
Push the
Oh
button.
no!
Oh.
It's working, but
Yeah.
yeah, Data got out of the circle.
Ah.
Oh, they were trying to do a little like tricky trap.
Yep.
Yeah, I did a little tricky trap.
There's a game that's like that where you have to like drop bombs, but they have to be within the circle where they have to, like an old '80s like Atari game.
Ew.
Yeah, well, there's missile command, right, or missile defense, or what is it
Yeah,
called?
one of those. Yeah.
Yeah, missile command.
That's the one where you're shooting the missiles up, right, to the things that are
Yeah,
they're
you
coming down.
You have to
They-
shoot. The missiles are coming down,
and they have to land inside your little explosion.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It gets crazy.
it does get crazy. That game usually that game ends with the end of the Earth, basically. Like you get nuked
Yeah.
every time you lose that
Yeah.
game.
It's a Cold War classic.
Mm-hmm.
This is like doing the Vader here.
Yeah, Picard's standing on a thing.
Mm-hmm. I can see like the joy in Brent Spiner's.
He's so happy
He's
to
so
be
happy.
not playing Data.
He loves. This is a man who loves. We talked about this before. His favorite acting partner is himself.
Yeah, he's,
And this is as close as this is as good as getting to act against yourself.
Right.
Yep.
So apparently, like Data just needs to be possessed by some.
I like when they go to the southern polar region, like visually, in order for the audience to understand. They have the ship like literally below the planet. We're in the southern region.
Yeah.
We're still face up for some reason.
Yeah.
But we're in the southern region.
Yeah. And they start talking with a southern accent.
Because it would just look weird if the ship was upside down, like
Well, yeah, no.
they never show the ship upside down unless something's gone wonky. Space is very,
Yeah, two-dimensional.
vertical normative or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you can have a net in space.
Well, they have gravity on the ship, so it kind of.
No, but I mean relative to other things outside
yeah,
the ship.
of course. Yeah.
There's still always an up and a down.
Yeah. He really talks dirt. He talks really mean to Worf. Data does.
Yeah.
I don't like it. Take your drink orders, Data.
You still think he's from the last episode where
Yeah,
they
he
thought
was
he
the
was
bartender.
the bartender.
Yeah, that's what
right.
I'm saying. There was like they just liked him back there.
Data spent so much time behind that bar that he eventually does become a bartender and starts working part-time in 10 Forward.
Well, it's like, where the hell is Guinan?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Doesn't he do that at some point to start learning more about
You know more than I do.
I thought he was.
I feel like there's definitely a runner where he like volunteers at the bar sometimes.
Well, listeners, let us know if you know.
Yeah.
Email us at
No, don't email me. I don't want you to
I think Guinan is totally around. She's just like, this seems pretty low stakes.
Yeah.
locked in the bathroom again.
Call me when the Borg shows up.
Oh, she's not locked in the bathroom. She's just in there. I was like, I don't
she's
want
having the poop transported out of her.
Yeah, exactly. Which I think remember that because I think it's relevant to the next episode.
Well, I think it takes a lot of time when you're 900 years old.
Yeah.
She probably only does
takes
it like
4
It
days.
takes weeks.
Yeah. If you have diarrhea, it takes 4 days. When you're a Guinan.
After she had a colonoscopy.
Before. That's when it
I like
happens.
her hairband. Is that
I like her
lights in it?
hairband too.
Yeah, her hair looks great.
She looks terrific.
Yeah. I mean, they're having fun. I kind of wish they were more like this when they were their regular selves. Except for O'Brien, who scares me as a human being.
Yeah, they're all so aggro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're really aggro.
Yeah.
They're not good actors if they're trying to act like Starfleet people.
Yeah. Why even put up the...
Yeah, why put up the front?
Yeah.
Like,
what does it serve? There's like a lot of things that I just don't quite get about this. Like,
and was this their plan all along? Because at the beginning they were just pretending to be like the regular people.
yeah, we're gonna just pretend like they would have gotten their way. Like honestly, the way it was going was Riker was like, "Yeah, we'll go check out the Southern Pole after we do this other sweep," and so it was like
Right.
it was all gonna head their way anyway. But no,
That's a real baby.
Yeah. Suddenly they got super impatient after
Yeah.
just floating around.
after for like 2 seconds, they're just like
500
they've been on there for 200, 500 years, and now they're like, we're making this happen. Oh yeah, this is a good walk scene.
Oh, I like the that's
hand
good.
cam.
Yeah, that looks nice.
See, this has got some cool camera work in this episode.
They had the hand
You got
cam
the cool roll in the
Yeah.
one
Looks like
scene.
they're about to
You
do
get
some
the
Ocean's 11
tracking
shit.
shot here.
Yeah.
This is, an auteur made this episode. Really put his own splash
soft
on
focus
there.
on Gates there.
Yeah, Beverly's got.
You don't usually see the bridge from that position.
I think that's why it looks weird.
That looks weird.
Yeah. Oh.
They had to do some kind of split screen thing to make that angle work. That whole shot looked weird.
Picard, he just continues to like nag her to try to get at the truth.
Sure.
Yeah. He suspects.
Picardin.
Hey, Sean, you know that episode? I'm just looking at my random nonsense notes. That episode of Frasier where Patrick Stewart is gay and wants to fuck Frasier.
Yeah.
We were talking about this the other day. That joke where he's like, he invites him to go to a villa with him for 3 weeks,
right?
And this is after he finds out that Frasier is not gay. Frasier's been pretending to be gay for the entire episode, you guys.
Right.
So because Patrick Stewart is playing this like really famous opera director, and he's having a great time sort of pretending to be Patrick Stewart's boyfriend until until Patrick Stewart wants to fuck. And then Frasier has to come clean and say, "Oh, actually, I'm not gay. I was just enjoying hanging out with you." And then Patrick Stewart says, "Would 3 weeks in a villa change your mind?" And Frasier says, "Worth a try."
Give it a try.
I can remember that.
So I was thinking about this, and I was like, would I fuck a woman for 3 weeks in a villa, like as a gay man? And I absolutely would.
Sure.
Would you guys, straight people, would the straight men, would you fuck a man
Depends
for
on
3
the-
weeks in a villa?
Depends on the guy, right?
What am I getting? Yeah, all am I getting is the 3 weeks
it's
in the
Patrick
villa.
Stewart.
But you would only have to do it once.
If it was
Okay.
Patrick Stewart.
Is he the director of a famous opera house?
Sure, let's say he's a world famous opera director.
That looked like Patrick Stewart in the 90s.
At least as good, yeah.
Let's say
That's fair.
Let's say no, because he's an actual like television celebrity. Let's say 20% less attractive than Patrick Stewart.
So like
sure,
10%,
absolutely.
10% more attractive than O'Brien.
That's right.
Plus
Plus, plus 10 Cole Meany.
Yeah, plus 10.
Does he have the Irish accent?
Okay.
There are circumstances where the answer would be yes.
I mean, I kind of think there are circumstances where the answer would be yes.
Yeah.
Ladies, would you have sex with a world famous? Would you have sex with Kate Blanchett in Tar if she?
Does it have to be Kate
If you
Blanchett
got
and
3,
Tar?
no. But if you
somebody that would be equal to Patrick
if you would
Stewart.
get if it got you 3 weeks in a villa
Oh
somewhere,
yeah, hell yeah. I'd also be like, can my husband come and just hang out? He can cook. He can play video games.
Nice.
Oh, that's nice. She included you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're not gonna be fucking the whole time.
No, you only have to do it once.
Oh yeah. So then go sightseeing after.
Yeah.
It's
Get some
indecent
pasta.
proposal, right?
Sure.
Just one time.
It is exactly indecent proposal.
But she got $1 million.
She got $1 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's easy.
Does she have sex with him?
And he looked like Robert
And it was
Redford.
Robert Redford.
exactly.
And she was
They should have
married
hired
Woody Harrelson.
They should have hired. Yeah, it should have been
the opposite.
It should have been George Wendt
Yeah.
in the Redford role.
Yeah, exactly. Make it worth
Now
it.
that's
And then you've
a
got
moral
Then
quandary.
you've got a tougher choice.
Yeah, exactly.
It does help that he looks like Robert Redford.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
It's basically, oh, you're the handsomest man who's ever lived.
Yeah.
And you're just a little on the older side now.
Yeah.
Boy, that's a tough choice.
Yeah.
For $1 million.
right, and especially doesn't Woody Harrelson pushing her to do it the whole early on?
I now I'm trying to remember the plot of Indecent
Have you who's seen it? I've never seen it.
Oh, I've seen it.
I've seen it. I feel like they're.
I feel like what
he's
happens
pushing
is,
for it in the
yes,
beginning,
and then
they flip flop on it.
She does. I think she does.
Yeah.
And then he becomes insanely jealous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After it happens.
yeah, because he
even though he's the one who was pushing for it.
yeah, because Redford
Typical,
tries to kind of keep
what an
use
asshole.
it. Yeah, tries to kind of strengthen their friendship, and he's interested in long term anyway, and
Right.
and then just Woody Harrelson eats him inside out.
It's a good movie. As I
Yeah.
sit here thinking about it from 25 years ago.
I mean, it was kind of like a meme in its day of some sort, but oh, baby,
And it was also
Poor
supposed
Molly.
to be a little. Oh, they must have solved the problem.
Yeah,
They did.
Was
I was
this
sent him
about
back.
a penal colony?
I was talking about. We were talking about Indecent Proposal,
Yeah.
and I missed the entire ending of the episode. Anyway, my point is, it was like, I wish they would bring those kind of movies back. Remember sexy thrillers?
Yeah, right.
Do they make those anymore that are
Not since Ashley Judd retired, right?
No.
Like, when's the last time there was like a
They did that.
fun, sexy thriller?
Yeah. They don't. I mean, if they make them, they go to.
They're on
fucking
streaming or
Hulu
but they don't.
something.
But they're not with great.
No,
People-
they need big movie stars.
Yeah.
The fun of that is to see big movie stars
Right.
doing
Yeah.
it.
Well,
That's
they
why
did the-
everybody loved Top Gun Maverick. It was like they don't make movies like that anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where it's a giant movie star giving a giant movie star
Just doing
performance
movie star stuff.
in a big Hollywood
And they're not wearing a cape.
movie.
Yeah.
And they, sexy thrillers, romantic comedies, legal dramas. These are all things that
Don't
barely
exist anymore.
exist.
An action adventure where it actually has some kind of, I don't know. It's not just like The Rock.
Right.
I mean, Fast and the Furious is its own sort of almost a comic book movie, really.
It is. They're superheroes where cars are their superpower.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, I just think that people want something that's not quite that. All
Yeah.
The time. But you're right; they don't make that movie anymore. And
No.
Sometimes David Fincher will make like a serious, kind of like the game. Well, shit, that movie's 25 years old.
Yeah.
But like he made and Zodiac, and like those are sort of like classic old movie star kind of movies.
Yeah, but that's he doesn't even work with like I bet like his last movie had a smaller budget than Indecent Proposal did.
Well, yeah, probably. Well, his last movie was Mank, which went straight to Netflix.
Yeah.
Although it did get a bunch of Oscar nominations.
But didn't he do some movies before that? I mean, he did Girl with the Dragon?
He did the American remake of Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, which is actually pretty decent, actually.
Yeah. I mean, he's great, so.
He is great.
But that's kind of a sexy, I mean, I don't know. Well, I guess not, but.
Anyway,
they
don't really do that kind of thing anymore.
Yeah.
There might be a few exceptions out there, but
but they certainly don't get
but they don't want. The studios are like, if we're going to release in the theater, if it's not going to make $1 billion,
there's a world
worthless.
where there's a world where like The Firm was like the top grossing movie of 1994
right. Well, it's not
or
gonna
whatever.
do well in China. Like, what's the
Right,
point,
yeah.
right? Because you're just gonna you might get decent.
John Grisham was like
They
the
don't
most
make-
popular author in the world.
they don't make star driven comedies.
That's true.
Anymore either.
So how did they? So they figured out that they were they were escaping from some sort of prison.
Yeah.
Some electromagnetic.
Some prison of the mind.
So they beat the Energized Cloud with an Energized Cloud of their own.
Yeah,
and,
They doubled down.
The
on
only thing that I think the
energizing.
different pieces of the formula were that Beverly kind of gets to spearhead whatever the technobabble solution is. And,
Oh, sure.
And
That's good.
And Picard gets to sort of like
He
maneuver
outwits,
them.
he outwits them.
He maneuvers them into being like where they need to be. And,
He's like, whatever you do, don't stand over there in that big
He's
red
like-
circle.
He's like,
And
whatever
they're
we
like,
do, don't go to Cargo Bay 4. Where you can do this. And then they're like, let's go to Cargo.
That's where we keep all the really good stuff.
Yeah.
That's where we keep the extra bodies that you can like possess.
Yeah. So it's another.
So okay.
So they
So they were imprisoned on a planet, and were there, and their bodies were.
So they
they were put there in that cloud.
Yeah,
And
they're
then
criminals.
They
Right.
tried to take over that ship that landed there 200 years ago.
Right.
And they couldn't.
how they
but it
learned
wasn't
about all of them.
Yeah.
Their story,
Exactly.
backstory.
It couldn't. Yeah, it couldn't get there. It couldn't get through the.
But I'm
storm.
saying, what a horrible punishment. This is like the Phantom Zone, right?
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah,
you're a
essentially.
disembodied,
You're a
like,
disembodied-
thing,
yeah.
doomed to eternity in, bodilessness.
Yeah.
And
And they
you have to live in
basically.
an electric storm.
Yeah.
That's a pretty fucked up. The Phantom Zone is pretty fucked up
I'm
when you
not
think
sure.
about it.
Here's the thing to me. I mean, I might have to think about it, but I think the end is they trap. The way they trick them is they trap the entire colony
Yes.
with that beam, and they basically threaten to kill them.
Yep.
If all the prisoners, if they don't let their three.
Yep.
Oh, it's a double
Yep.
down.
It's it's really
It's
like
you're gonna terrorist me.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
kill
terrorist
everybody,
you.
and they're like, okay, so you guys.
they sacrifice themselves, or they turn themselves
They
in?
turn themselves. They go okay.
rather than
we'll
let them kill
all
their
compatriots.
buddies
Yep.
down in the Phantom Zone.
Yeah.
Well, they beam them all up,
Uh-huh.
and then they
trap them.
basically they're going to kill everybody.
Picard
in,
holds a phaser at the
Well,
Energized
no,
Cloud.
yeah,
It's
like, it would kill Picard. It was going to kill Picard and Worf and Keiko as well.
yeah, so it's a bluff. They just double bluffed them.
But they would kill all the people.
But they said they would kill all the people, so that all the prisoners were in the ship, and that was that
Yes, I
Sparkly's.
understand.
Yeah. So so they basically said, "We'll kill all of you guys. Yes,
Right.
we'll die, but we'll get all of you."
Yeah, it's mutual suicide
Yeah.
threat.
Yeah.
It's a
it's kind of like I don't know.
That's classic Star Trek fixing the problem.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll blow up the ship. No, I'll blow up the ship.
so it couldn't have been that bad of a punishment if they were like, okay, we'll go back.
Yeah, so they weren't willing to die.
They'd still rather be there than dead. Apparently.
Yeah.
So they're just like, Anyway,
Aaron,
Yeah. I didn't really understand the ending.
6.3.
how do you?
Yeah.
Wait, what was it?
What made you?
7.3.
Were you just in a mood to watch Star Trek?
I felt like last week when I had actually watched an episode, I felt more engaged in the discussion.
Oh, good.
This week it didn't.
This
seem
week
to
it
help.
didn't seem to stick.
Oh no!
That may just be because we
I
were
realized
talking
I
too
was
much.
confused. No, you guys were into it. That I don't want to talk over you guys.
Wait,
You guys are doing your thing, but
Yeah.
I realized there are parts of this episode that I just like. It still don't make sense. But I'm just gonna move on to Baby Worf.
It's a classic.
Yeah,
it's a throwaway.
We've seen it, and we don't need to ever think about it ever again.
But I did like the
kind of
part that I like was when the three of them just got to be wacky.
Well, that was the best part.
That's the
Like
best
that's
part.
the fun part about it.
It's always fun when they get to do that kind of goofy
And for
stuff.
the
That's why I didn't.
I like
didn't,
that part of it.
I didn't think about the technical babble of this episode for 2 seconds because I was just enjoying watching Troy and Data be badasses.
I wish it had been more than just the three of them.
Yeah.
Or maybe they are not the three, but you got to do Data because, of course.
Yeah.
I guess Miles, just so you can introduce the Keiko drama, because
Yeah.
why choose Miles
Yeah, it's weird
when
that
you
they
can't when you could have used one of the main
could have been
cast.
Jordy hitting on some rando
Right.
woman in the bar.
So the only reason to use Miles is because you want that
That
subplot
family
with
dynamic.
Keiko
The
and
creepiness of the baby.
watching him threaten a baby or whatever.
Yeah, what's so bad about Molly's life that you keep bringing up, Sean?
Yeah.
Is
Oh, well, this is getting deep.
Do you
want
to know?
Deep
Because
Space
this
Nine
is Deep Space
spoilers.
Nine stuff.
Oh, okay.
You'll learn about it
Oh,
in 4 or 5 years.
So within the the context of the franchise, it's not like
when we get to
Yeah.
Deep Space
Not like the
Nine.
actor.
the actor baby.
No, it's not the actor. It's the character.
No,
that has
no.
a
The
vibe.
actual,
I have no idea about the
not
baby,
the actual person.
That's better.
Oh, okay.
but
I mean,
the character has a rough life.
Deep Space Nine ain't the kind of place to
Not
raise
easy
your
to be a
kids.
space baby.
It's a space baby.
In fact,
It's it's hard to. Jake's right. Deep Space Nine ain't no place to.
I
raise
just
a baby.
I like fun, but I like it when they do a little bit more on the edges to make me
Okay.
I'm
It
just
is.
saying, you
It
guys are
didn't
making
work for you. I
didn't
get
work
it.
Have you heard that he doth not protest too much over here?
Hey, I'm just saying, there are accusations flying around like phasers in that 10 forward. It's just like
That was the fun. That was the best part. Was when Deanna just phased every fucking person.
I feel like
in
that was
there.
really gratifying for her.
I bet she was like, "I've been wanting to do this for years."
Yeah.
There's an option in the Lego Star Wars game where you can turn off the actual pew pew sounds, and it's people literally saying pew pew.
Yeah.
Pew.
That's awesome. I like that.
It's a delightful game. I guess we're done, huh?
Yep.
We did it.
Thank you all very much for listening. Please rate, review, and subscribe at iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts. You can email us, as Sean mentioned, at warpedthepodcast@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter at Warped Trek. I'm at Host Warped. Min is at Wet Maynard for Dungeons and Dragons and Call of Cthulhu live streams and podcasts. We are on Instagram at Warped Trek, I think, and at lunar_flare for our well, they were outdated, but now they're going to become relevant again. Vote Gorn t-shirts in a couple of years.
We'll get those out
Will
there.
just be useful again.
Yeah. Get them early.
Buy them now.
Get on the Gorn train, baby.
Get on the Gorn train early. Next week,
Well, one thing I wanted to.
I was gonna ask Erin to sort of guess what next week's was about, but I can't. She watched it.
Yep.
Damn
You
it.
watching it
Is a
has
problem.
perks, but also
Incredible drawbacks.
demerits or
Yeah.
whatever.
I can easily stop.
No.
No. The
I don't
pros
want
way
that.
outweigh the cons.
It's way better.
not for her though.
I do want to add real quick.
Guess the episodes.
If you, I don't know why you'd be listening to it here, but you can now listen to our show on Star Trek Podcast.
Oh,
which is a new pod chaser that's available out there. Somebody accumulated a bunch of Star Trek podcasts.
We made it onto the
and
list.
we made it on there. So
This is pod racing.
Now this
is pod racing.
Do you like Star Trek? Have you ever watched any episodes of Star Trek? Let us know at our email. Remember, if you don't shout your opinion into the void, it doesn't count.
It's not an opinion.
That's right.
Well, until next week, my name is Sean.
My name is Matt.
I'm Jake.
Philippe.
Aaron.
Mate.
Good night, everybody.